Hello and welcome back to Resident Wee Evil Jill playthrough 1 remake 2002 part 15.
Brian exists again. For how long? Nobody knows.
And at what
Not
cost?
even me. Especially not me.
And what's good is that now that we have him,
cost?
we're literally like, okay, can you stay here long enough to do these other 3 games?
Ariel, you asked at what cost? The cost is me having to draw another character.
Yes.
I'm sorry to put you through such agony.
You know, to be fair, art is suffering.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
No, you don't. You don't do art.
I pretend to do art
don't you
occasionally.
remember the masterpiece that was his profile
His Skype
picture?
profile picture.
I did that in like 2017. I'm so proud.
I have Skype still. No, I don't.
I still do. Because it's just there.
Well, now you have to put that picture in, Ariel.
Right.
My picture. Put my picture in there, please.
Well, that reminds me, Brian. I don't want to actually draw you for the Snakewood thumbnails for the 2 parts you're in. So just take a really bad picture of yourself.
I can do that.
Speaking of picture of yourself.
At the bottom?
There's only one way to find out.
Every picture of myself is bad, so that should be difficult.
Speaking of, stare pointedly at the microphone.
Ariel, I told you it was fine.
That's not the point. Because I found out like 4 years ago that I was drawing you the complete wrong race. So I need to make sure.
Didn't this come up like a year or 2 ago?
Yes! I've been asking for a while.
Ariel,
Oh, you're
I
okay.
have to actually take a selfie, and I tie every time I do that.
Yeah, same. But luckily, I didn't have to take a selfie because I just have a mirror.
I'll stay and secure our
I
escape.
mean, that's like caveman selfies.
I mean, I didn't even have to take a
Except,
picture.
you know, if the cavemen had cameras.
I mean, the original selfies cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And
You
had
had
to
to
be
sit
commissioned.
still for like an hour.
Oh yeah, they took like days. It's oil-based paints. You know how long oil-based paint takes to dry? Oh, that's what fell down 3 hours ago. Ah. Something fell while I was recording gameplay earlier, and I was just like, I'll deal with that later. Because a million things fell. Oh yeah, Brian, were you here when we met Lisa? I think you were.
Yes.
Yeah,
but Brian doesn't remember.
It's okay,
There
there
was
she
a-
is.
There was a Lisa in Silent Hill too, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah, but you
completely
weren't even
unrelated.
there.
I was there for one of them. She died out of nowhere. I think of an aneurysm or whatever.
Yeah, he was there for the Shattered Memories version.
Oh, that's right. That was Lisa. She's got a big thing on her. She got a big backpack.
I mean, her face is covered in other people's faces.
Her face is covered in a backpack.
It's not a backpack, that's just a hump. That's literally just her spine.
No, it's just a
I
really
wonder-
cool blanket on top of
And
her
it's not even,
backpack.
technically, it's not even a hump. She's just hunched over. It's
I
stretched
wonder
out.
what amazing goodies she has in that backpack. I hope it's candy.
Do
You
we
know how
ever
in
find
real
out-
life,
Do we
when
ever
people
find
are-
out what strain of T-virus made fucking Lisa?
I don't know if they specify in the journal stuff.
Because it's honestly kind of bizarre.
Because what I was just about to say Isn't it fascinating that in real life, when viruses mutate and affect people differently, you just get, like, asymptomatic asymptomatic carriers, or, like, some people get digestive issues and some people only get respiratory issues, but in, Resident Evil, you get some people become tyrants, and some people are just zombies, and some people become Lisa Trevor.
Cool. Some people get cool backpack.
Some people turn into lickers.
Yeah, the lickers are like... I was gonna say lickers, but I couldn't remember if they were intentionally mutated or not.
I think it comes after Crimson Head.
Oh my god. Dude, I mean, you know what? As logic, that makes sense. I don't know if that's ever explicitly said anywhere.
I'm almost sure that it is.
Because it would make sense that Crimson Head would be the missing link between a normal zombie and a licker. But then Crimson Heads only exist in this game, and the lore has just kind of forgotten about them since then. Hey, remember Survival Horror?
It's not canon. It's
not canon.
It's a fan theory, but
it's canon now.
But lickers are just further mutated zombies
yeah, I mean, again, Crimson Heads would make sense.
Yeah,
but Capcom was like, hey, you know that cool idea we had in one game? Let's not ever use that again.
I don't know why they didn't put Crimson Heads in the 2 and 3 remakes.
It would have made sense. Would it have been a pain in the ass if you're dealing with Crimson Heads and, Mr. T? Yes.
It's Mr.
But
X.
I don't care, he's Mr. T now. Look, I'm still in that parallel universe where he's called Mr. Trench and Boots, okay? So, I'm still dealing with that. What is that? That Mandela effect. Because I swear to God, I read that somewhere at some point in my life. Probably around the same time that I read through the entire Silent Hill wiki.
How would you even do that? I've never gotten through an entire wiki of anything in my life.
I don't know, it was just one of those... I mean, did you ever experience hyperfixation?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Although, to be fair, I do think I technically only got through 90% of it. But I feel like that's close enough.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
In Arrow, you almost got through 100% of the Pokemon Snake Wood wiki. Because there's like
yes! There. Yes, it's not very helpful, honestly. Aspects were helpful. Like, I don't think we would have figured out that quest chain. Or that you had to breed the one Pokemon to get a face leech.
Oh,
we might be the only person. We might be the only people in the planet. In the planet.
In the entirety of the planet.
That has gotten a face leech.
You know what? Probably not, because it's in the wiki, so someone must have done it.
Yeah,
unless it was a dev
by the developer.
I don't know, considering the developer's notes and tips and tricks literally had a blank section for the maze at the end.
My God, Brian, you missed the ending.
I mean, we were pretty broken.
I walked down
Spoilers, because this is posting before Snakewood ends.
That's fine. No one's watching this.
You know, you don't gotta rub it in.
Sorry. Anyway, Brian, I broke the game because I walked down instead of up.
Down where?
So, the end game, there you have to follow these characters into this cave thing. But there's a path downward, so I went down. And it loops around, and I went into the cave and continued the game. It still had some cutscenes, so I was like, "Oh, this is fine." Turns out I missed one cutscene before you enter the cave that only triggers if you enter from the upper area, and the game broke. Couldn't continue.
Yep.
It's soft locked?
It's soft locked. So we had to go back to a previous save.
Oh, for how much time did you lose?
Well, it depends what you mean. Replaying up to that point, about 10-15 minutes.
Okay, that's not terrible.
While running around in circles trying to figure out what to do, about a half an hour.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because we were like, I'm like going through other people's playthroughs being like, no, dude, there should be a trigger there. Like, literally all we need to do is walk into that spot. Like, that's it. That's the only trigger. And then it wasn't fucking working.
Wow, that's terrible coding. That is awful coding.
Brian, we broke another part of the game, but thankfully it still worked.
Yeah, and to be fair, the creator was like 17. And this was like her second, third ROM hack.
Alright, well.
So it's like, as much as we were harsh on it, and still are, there is that.
I'm still surprised the game was finished.
I mean, okay.
There's a snake!
Snake! Ooh, there's a snake.
Kill it, you'll get an egg. Oh no, I broke them.
No, okay, so context for our two people watching this. My friend previously sent me this math problem that one of her friends was trying to decipher before teaching, involving algebra with remainders. And Brian and I both have like, who the fuck does remainders in algebra? What the fuck is this? So it took a while to figure that one out. Well, she just sent me another one.
Oh my God.
Really? Really?
How many 3-digit numbers have a remainder of 7 when divided by 9, and a remainder of 2 when divided by 5?
None, because you do it properly.
How many... Okay, hold on.
Hint! Show the fact that the smallest 3-digit number is 142.
Okay, well, 142 by 9 goes 1, 5.7.
You can't use a point.
Dang it!
It's a remainder.
Okay, so 9 equals 135. Yeah, okay. It's a remainder 7, I guess. Okay. So 9 times 16.
Oh my god, it's a graph! I'm thinking.
No! Okay.
Using the equation that I came up previously, it's a graph.
It's a graph.
Because algebra can be graphed.
Okay, well, okay, 9x. Okay. I'm trying to form an equation with this, but the variable can only be an integer. Which is, like, never the case!
No, okay. Brian, remember that a remainder is the amount that's quote-unquote left over after you subtract the previous multiplication.
I know what a modulus is! I just...
So, to do the equation itself, it's the remainder plus the quotient times the dividend. I don't know. The one you're dividing by.
Why are we learning this useless math?
It's not necessary! Just go to 2 significant digits!
Yes.
Who cares?
to teach this to 5th graders.
Alright. Okay, I'm going to my whiteboard. Hold on.
I don't even know why they teach remainders in the first place.
So do I. Everyone hates remainders.
Like,
Okay.
all they do is teach kids how to do it wrong.
Yeah.
And then it just makes it harder to learn how to do it right.
Yeah. Alright, hang on. Let me just talk to text this so it'll be funnier. But Brian and I say just use fractions. Or decimals.
I was about to say, I use decimals.
Whichever.
Yeah.
Well, in algebra, technically, you're not supposed to use decimals. Decimals.
Fuck you, teacher. Ariel uses the umbrella stone.
Oh, thanks for that. I had no idea.
No problem. Ariel, gotta use the other one. See, there you go. Now you opened it.
Okay, so I guess if you plot 9x plus 7 equals y, and then I guess have x be integers starting at 15, and then count how many integers you go through, well, y being a 3-digit number, you can get the answer. But I don't know why you would do that, but I guess that's how you would do that. That's so stupid!
Why is the typewriter so far away from the box?
Because it's just to bug us, honestly. Alright, this has been a Pixel Comm Squad moment of completely useless fucking math. Who the hell is using this shit?
I'm a PhD, and I don't care!
I took extra math for shits and giggles and I don't care. It's just I was asked and now it's like a bond of honor and I can't like let them down. So tune in next time where hopefully they don't throw any other ones at me.
Yeah, they will though. They will.